Yeah, I've had enough talking about it, mate. I'm honestly bored of it.
Is Jon Jones scared to fight you?
Yes. Jon is conning the public. The fact that he didn't want to fight Ngannou for 3 years, and now he's not wanting to fight me for over a year.
Jon Jones listening to this right now, what is your message to the man?
I don't have a message.
Tom Aspinall has officially backed off from pursuing a fight with Jon Jones, expressing his frustration and saying he's grown tired of chasing someone who keeps running. According to Aspinall, Jones simply won't step up, and the whole situation has become boring. Meanwhile, Colby Covington has come out swinging, heavily criticizing Jon Jones. Covington claims Jones is deliberately avoiding a clash with Aspinall, which, in his eyes, damages Jon's legacy and casts doubt on his GOAT status. He didn't stop there. Covington also took shots at Jones's character, calling him a coward and pointing to his past issues outside the octagon.
I know he has to get that win, but do you think Tom Aspinall's the guy to beat Jon Jones?
For sure. Jon's scared of him. He's ducking him, man. He don't want to fight. That's why he's like, oh, vacate the title. I'll fight the number 10 guy. Fucking scared. Why do people think Jon Jones is a GOAT? He literally destroyed his legacy by ducking Tom Aspinall. The guy's a coward, and he's a woman beater. He beat his...
Tom Aspinall has voiced his belief that Jon Jones is intentionally avoiding a fight with him. While he admits that Jones may have easier, more lucrative, and less risky options on the table, Aspinall still stands firm in his conviction that Jon is, in reality, dodging him. Despite understanding the possible logic behind Jones's choices, Aspinall remains confident that the avoidance is deliberate.
Do you think Jon is ducking you?
Yes.
Was that
I
Tom?
do. I think, I said, yeah, he is. He definitely is. I think that there's just an easier path for him, and I understand it. I do understand it completely. I understand that there's bigger fights out there for him with way less risk and way more money. I understand it. But in all honesty, do I think he's ducking me? Absolutely.
On the other hand, Daniel Cormier believed Jon Jones has no obligation to fight Tom Aspinall, pointing out that Aspinall may be one of the most dangerous matchups Jones could take. Cormier highlighted Jones's age and the toll taken by past battles, especially wars with fighters like Gustafsson and Santos. He also emphasized that heavyweight isn't Jones's natural division, and with Aspinall's youth, speed, and knockout power, Cormier sees him as a legitimate and serious threat.
You know that the first time I fought Jon Jones, I was 36 years old. I was 36 years old the first time I fought Jon Jones. 36 and 38 the second time. He's now, what, 37, 38 years old? I think that this kid is as dangerous for him as anyone he's ever been in there with, partly because that's not his weight class. He would fight Tom Aspinall better than him weighing 245 pounds.
Jon Jones has dismissed the notion that he's ducking Tom Aspinall, calling the narrative baseless and out of nowhere, while he acknowledged that Aspinall is younger, bigger, and riding a wave of momentum. Jones questioned what a win over him would truly add to his legacy. He argued that defeating Aspinall wouldn't make a significant difference, drawing comparison to his fight with Cyril Gane, who had hype at the time, but ultimately didn't elevate Jones's career in a meaningful way. Jones also pointed out that there have never been any real negotiations to face Aspinall, and firmly denied that he's avoiding the fight.
I get that Tom is an exciting fighter. I get that finally, after 16 years, we found somebody who's 7 years younger than me and 30 pounds bigger than me. Like, we finally found someone who may give me a great challenge. And everyone wants to see it so bad, but for me, it's like, what is it? What's in it for me? He changes nothing if I beat him. Beating Tom is just like beating Cyril Gane. Has a whole country behind him, he's hot right now. What happens to me after I beat him? Nothing changes for me. So I'm not ducking Tom Aspinall. The Tom narrative came out of nowhere. He won a belt, and now suddenly I'm ducking him. I've never had negotiations to even fight him, if this makes sense.
Frank Mir echoed similar sentiments, praising Tom Aspinall as a phenomenal heavyweight with a bright future, but defending Jon Jones against accusations of ducking. Mir stated that Jones has earned the right to choose his opponents after years of dominance, and argued that people seem to have short memories when it comes to appreciating his legacy. While he acknowledged the criticism and recognized Aspinall's speed and power, particularly in the striking department, as a legitimate threat, Mir believes that if Jon is able to close the distance and get his hands on Aspinall, he'd still put his money on Jones to come out on top.
I think Aspinall's a phenomenal heavyweight. I think he's going to be there for a while. With Jon, it's hard for me to tell people. I mean, the guy has earned so much. I feel like sometimes people have short memory in our sport. The guy has been one of the most dominant fighters of all time. If he wants to pick and choose who he fights, at a certain point, he kind of earned the right to. But, you know, he faces criticism, I guess, from other people. But as far as what settles in my stomach, well, I get it. Because look how people are short memory with him right now. Well, he's not going to go. He's dodging Tom. Like, this guy fought everybody. I don't count him out in a fight with Aspinall. I've trained with Jon. I know how he feels when he grabs a hold of you. I think Tom's hands could really be the X factor if we can catch him or not. Tom's striking is more powerful than a lot of the people, and speed-wise in Jon's face. If Jon grabs him, though, I'm betting on Jon.
Tom Aspinall continues to reject the idea that Jon Jones isn't ducking him. He's accused Jones of consistently avoiding major challenges, claiming Jon sidestepped a fight with Francis Ngannou for 3 years and has now been keeping his distance from him for over a year. Aspinall believes the UFC is willing to make the fight happen, but ultimately, it comes down to Jon Jones and Dana White. While he still respects Jones as one of the all-time greats, Aspinall didn't hold back, pointing a failed drug test that, in his view, have cast a shadow over Jones's legacy and hinted at potential past use of performance-enhancing substances.
Is Jon Jones scared to fight you?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the thing with Jon is conning the public, man. And now he's not wanting to fight me for over a year. I respect it, but if you're going to ask me the straight-up question, is Jon Jones afraid to fight me? The honest answer would be yes.
Tom Aspinall's father has echoed his son's sentiments, stating that if Jon Jones has no plans to defend the heavyweight title, he should vacate it. He emphasized that Tom doesn't view Jones as anything extraordinary, just another fighter, no different from the high-level athletes he trains with every day. In Tom's eyes, Jones isn't worth the hype, and the mystique surrounding him holds no weight.
If the guy doesn't want to fight for the belt, vacate it, and he's not bothered about Jon Jones. Tom's not bothered if he fights. Jon Jones is just another body in the gym, you know. Another bum in the shower, they say, don't they? It just is. He just wants to compete. He's a competitor.
If the guy doesn't want to fight for the belt, then vacate it. That's the stance Tom Aspinall and his camp are sticking to. According to them, Tom isn't losing sleep over Jon Jones. In fact, he sees Jones as just another name, just another body in the gym, another bum in the shower.
Like, people are starting acting surprised, oh, Jon's a duck, this, that and the other. Jon Jones ducked Francis Ngannou for 3 years. Like, don't be surprised that this guy always takes fights where he's at the advantage.
In a separate interview, Colby Covington echoed Tom Aspinall's views, accusing Jon Jones of ducking high-risk opponents. Covington claimed that Jones had consistently avoided challenging fights, including a potential matchup with Aspinall. According to Colby, Jones is deliberately selecting opponents where he sees a clear advantage, rather than stepping up against top-tier threats. He specifically called out Jones for allegedly dodging Francis Ngannou for years, and now doing the same with Aspinall. Covington argued that instead of facing the younger, more dangerous Aspinall, Jones chose to fight the older, past his prime Stipe Miocic. He didn't hold back, branding Jones a coward and a cheat, slamming his pattern of selective matchmaking.
Dude, Jon Jones is an absolute disgrace to this earth. He's a joke. I mean, yeah, you beat Stipe. Respect to Stipe first off, because he's a first responder, and you know, he puts his life on the line for the people and for his community. So shout out to Stipe. He's, you know, the greatest heavyweight of all time, but he was past his time. He shouldn't even have been there, man. He knows he was old and he was just showing up for a paycheck. You know, that's not the Stipe of old, you know, that was in his prime anymore. So, you know, I don't think anything special with that performance. I think Jon needs to stop ducking Tom Aspinall, just like he ducked Ngannou. You know, he ducked Ngannou for years. Now he's ducking Aspinall. So he doesn't want to fight the guys he knows he's getting his ass whooped against. So I don't think anything special with Jon Jones.
Francis Ngannou offered a different perspective, pointing out that while Jon Jones continues to claim he doesn't need a fight with Tom Aspinall, the truth is, it's Aspinall who needs a fight far more. According to Ngannou, a win over Jones would be monumental for Aspinall's career, whereas Jones has little to gain from it at this stage. Ngannou also weighed on potential matchup, saying he believes Aspinall would pose a greater challenge for Jones and Alex Pereira, largely due to strong wrestling and superior ability to handle the ground game, an area where Pereira is less effective.
He keeps saying he doesn't want Aspinall.
Aspinall need that fight. I don't need it. When you look at it, pretty much true. There's nothing that he's going to make winning that fight if it's not money. But for Aspinall, that will be everything.
Would you rather see him face Aspinall or would you rather see him face Pereira?
Aspinall will be a more challenging fight because Aspinall respond to a ground game better than Pereira. Aspinall will respond better in wrestling than Pereira. You can do whatever you want.
Tom Aspinall shared his final thoughts, stating that Jon Jones has nowhere to hide now. He either has to fight him or retire. Aspinall emphasized that if Jones chooses retirement, it will be clear he avoided facing him. He reiterated his excitement to compete, whether it's against Jones or another opponent, as he's simply waiting for the fight to be scheduled. Aspinall also mentioned that UFC officials have confirmed the fight is on the horizon. He made it clear that he's not chasing Jones, but he wants to fight because Jones currently holds the title as the top heavyweight. If Jones steps aside, Aspinall is ready to face whoever comes next.
It's not the reason I want to fight Jon Jones is because he's got the belt. Nothing else. Like, if Jon Jones doesn't have the belt, I'm not bothered about fighting.
You'd be doing the same if it was Stipe.
I'd be doing the same if it was anybody. What I'm after is being known as the #1 heavyweight walking around on planet Earth right now. And the belt solidifies that for me, the undisputed belt.
Yeah.
Granted, I've got the interim belt. I've defended it. Get out of the way. I'll take the title. I'll fight someone else. Happy days.
When do you want it?
ASAP.